mountains of our state. Details coming up, Rob.
Mike, thanks. Well, December marks 6 months now since the Waldo Canyon wildfire devastated our community. The flames have long been extinguished, but we continue learning more about the fire. And from that information, there's hope of preventing future tragedies. Bill Folsom tonight on how one fire swept through the Mountain Shadows neighborhood in multiple ways.
There are comparisons to the Waldo Canyon Fire and some of the most notorious fires from history where whole neighborhoods burned.
Fires like the Great London Fire, the Great Chicago Fire, those were all structure-to-structure ignitions.
History gives us lessons, and one of the lessons from Waldo Canyon is the many ways the flames spread. There is the structure-to-structure element, but there were also random homes that burned in Mountain Shadows.
The result of flying embers landing in vegetation or on those houses, igniting those.
This video from the fire department shows the millions of hot fire remnants blowing across the neighborhood. Another aspect of that day was shifting wind. Flames blew into the city from the west.
We had a wind shift that came out of the east that pushed that fire back up the hill. And then later into the evening, we had another wind shift that came out of the north and pushed from the north down into the south.
So fire went past homes, turned around, and went back at them. There is also evidence that flames funneled through ravines before engulfing one neighborhood.
The fire split around that neighborhood and took the natural drainage, the natural draws down where there's a lot of combustible vegetation.
More than gee-whiz information, this fire has the attention of national fire prevention experts who've been studying it for months now. Groups like the National Institute of Standards and Technology.
NIST is a unique group in the fact that they model, they do a lot of fire modeling, they do a lot of natural disaster modeling. They actually modeled the World Trade Center after that disaster.
It was one fire with multiple behaviors, and 6 months later, there are still lessons being learned. Bill Folsom, News 5.
Of course, right now we still do not know the cause of the Waldo Canyon wildfire. We do know it destroyed over 18,000 acres, at least 390 homes damaged or destroyed by the blaze.